Wasabi. Collecting models, toys, and collectibles is my hobby. Wasabi. We're not gonna recycle bars. Wasabi. Collecting model kits and toys is my hobby. But I don't be shopping at Hobby Lobby. Alright, so this is my review of the Iron Man Mark V from Hot Toys. So I'll be honest. Before this, I'd only really ever purchased like Marvel Legends and simple type figures. Nothing high end. And trust me, this thing is high end. I mean, I've seen tons and tons of videos on all the different Hot Toys. I've watched them all the different Iron Man, all the different this, that, and the other. But for this to be my first figure and it be this cool, like, it's just untouchable. Like, I'm blown away by like so many different details and intricacies of this figure. Everything down to like panels opening like on his leg right here, to when you move his arm and his legs, like you see parts move, parts of the frame. Like, it's so cool. Like, they put so much work into this. How you have LED lights in the hands, in the chest, in the head. I don't know how well and long the batteries are going to last. Mine tend to be a little bit dim as is. They've gotten dimmer progressively throughout having it. I haven't really turned them on much besides for photos, and it's never like it's on more than like 2 to 3 minutes and then they're off, and then I don't do it again for a couple days to a couple weeks. So I don't understand or see their life, but they're pretty tiny. Now, videos really don't do this thing justice. Its sheer size was something that I was also confused on as well. Pause. I didn't know what to expect. Like, yeah, I'd heard the scale and I'd seen like my comparisons, but like nothing really prepared me for what this thing was gonna be like when I got it in hand. Pause. Like, this thing is so cool. Like, it's probably my favorite thing I own, like, in all of existence. Like, this thing is freaking awesome. The mix of die-cast with a little bit of plastic parts, I think that's fantastic. You can tell when feel-wise where the die-cast is and where the plastic is, but like look-wise, you would think this thing is all die-cast parts. Like, and honestly, it's fantastic. It honestly looks just like the Mark V. I know a lot of fans, myself included, this is a lot of people's favorite MCU Iron Man suit, and they hit the nail right on the coffin. This is the reissue, obviously, but still fantastic. Like, wow. Like, they've gained a customer for life. Like, I can't stress how much this figure it never ceased to amaze me. Articulation is not what you buy this thing for. If you're expecting a very articulated figure, I mean, don't get me wrong, he can articulate and he can pose, but like, you didn't buy this so you could put him in like the craziest pose possible. You got him so you could have him in a cool action pose and put him on display in your case somewhere, or on your shelf, or on your desk, wherever you want to have him. So you know what you're getting when you buy something like this. It's not going to be like Marvel Legends or, I don't know, SH Figure Arts type of articulation and posability, but you are getting a very high-end figure in terms of its look and appearance and the accessories. And man, when I see the accessories for this thing are insane.
You don't want to die of...
I won't go too crazy into detail showing the accessories, because I kind of already did that in my unboxing, and plus most people have seen this figure when it first came out and seen the re-release. You know what's in the box. I more so want to give you, I want to help that person who is like me. Myself, I was indecisive. I know I wanted an Iron Man. I know I didn't want to spend $600. I know I wanted an Anakin. I know I didn't want the Anakin they were offering. I know I wanted this, that, and the other character, and I wrestled with who I wanted for about a week. I saw they had another Iron Man, one of my other favorite suits, but I didn't want I wanted a holographic one. I want to be helpful to the person who needs to make that decision, to where when they make the purchase for this, they don't feel like they're settling, or they don't feel like this isn't the Iron Man they wanted. This was the Iron Man I wanted. It was in my list of 3. I just couldn't decide who I wanted. As a sense of, it wasn't just Iron Man's, it was different characters, it was different IPs. Kind of just want to be helpful to the person who's struggling with which hot toys would be helpful for them if they're picking their first. Some of the first things you'll notice is this. This is the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt. What the fuck? Like, this thing is crazy. There is no reason why a figure's head sculpt for an extra head should be this spot on to the likeness of the person they're trying to attain. Like, this is crazy. This alone was one of like driving factors why I got this. And I'm most likely not even gonna have this on or equipped when I have my Iron Man on display in my case, because of the fact that he's Iron Man. The inclusion of the briefcase, yes, like, I wish it opened. I really do, but its inclusion is nice, and just having it as a little extra like set piece to go next to him is cool enough. All the detail they put into this, you can tell they care about this stuff. You can tell this is like, it's not just, let's just get out whatever we can, mass produce it, and just get the sales. This is, no, you're paying high end. You're going to get high end. Another driving factor for me was this. I wasn't familiar with your game, Hot Toys. Like, the articulated fingers is insane. Like, I'm not used to my figures having articulated fingers. Like, that's insane. What? Articulated fingers? How is that possible? You've got damage effects. Like, I already have his damage effect equipped now. I have his damage effect chest plates, and I have his entire damage effect left arm and hand, because I just kind of think it looks cooler. The original normal arm, nothing wrong with it. It's just no damage at all. Pristine Iron Man arm. But they give you a whole nother arm for damage effect, which is like crazy. Like, they included a whole nother functioning, does the same thing as the other arm, bends the same, you see the pieces bend. Like, that's cool. Or like the fact that you get like a little Whiplash arc reactor. Like, the Whiplash arc reactor is cool. This is the kind of stuff they include. The extra thought. A very basic stand. I'm not gonna like complain. Like, I'm not complaining, because most figures, or all figures I buy, do not come with stands, and do not come with stands that are this intricate either. I lost the other piece to it, but essentially it is a waist grabber, and it connects here, and it, you know how waist grabbers work. But either way, this thing has tons of accessories, and for a first Hot Toys figure, I'm very satisfied. It has me wanting more, even though I know I shouldn't, but this thing's amazing. I don't really want to go over its articulation, because like, this thing is not for articulation. It has it, sure, like, you know, the arms do bend, you do have posability, whatever, but like, you don't need to see that. This right here is what you want from this. You want it to represent him. So yes, sure, if you need him to get in a pose, he can pose. So yes, sure, he is posable. To what extent? Pieces pop off. He's a little wobbly. But yes, he's posable. You can get him in action poses. But again, I didn't buy this figure for his posability. I didn't buy his figure for what he could or couldn't do. I bought it because it looks like the Mark V. I bought it because I heard so much about Hot Toys that I couldn't take it anymore. I had to see it for myself. And after seeing it for myself, I'm sold. And they're not paying me shit because I ain't famous. I don't got that many followers. I just do this because it's fun. If I'm saying this and giving them this much of a big ups and a props for someone who usually hates on companies, like especially Hasbro, and what they do with their stuff, that's got to mean something. That's got to say something. This figure is amazing. I recommend it.
You don't want to die.
Like, even taking a deeper dive, like, look at what it's sent in. Like, they take such care in the packaging. But like, you're given a fist. Like, look at that. Shines magnificent. A hand specifically for Repulsor Blast. See how it's already in the position, and it has that clear plastic, obviously, for LED light to shine through. Easy connector piece right there. Like, it's ingenious. Damage effect fist. Wow. Look at that. So much effort. The articulated hand. It's my favorite part of the extra fingers you do receive. Not only do they include the millions and trillions of LEDs you're going to need to install into his, hand, chest, head. The head batteries literally almost gave me an aneurysm. And yeah, both his arms. I don't remember what these extra ones are. I think they were for something that I forgot to put batteries in. I just didn't feel like put batteries in, and then when I realized it, I was like, oh well, too late. But yeah, so you're given batteries and a screwdriver. Much appreciated. Got the other fist. I don't really like the fist. I didn't want to have that equipped. The non-damaged effect armor pieces. Like, look at the shine on that red. It just, wow. And that silver. Don't get me wrong, the non-damage effect version of this is magnificent, but like, I don't know. Something about it. Got this damage effect shoulder pad for the right shoulder. I can't get it on no matter what. Every time I do it, it would just pop loose and kind of miss the ball. I'm not going to break it. I'm not breaking this thing, so it's not even worth it. So I'm not going to try putting it on. It's not worth my time.
You don't want to die.
Really appreciate it if you could like, share, or follow. Anything helps. I'm just trying to grow my channel. Really appreciate it. Leave any feedback you want on maybe ideas for different videos, different things you want to see reviewed, maybe different kinds of content. Just let me know what you guys are feeling. Anyway, peace out.